welcome back. You're watching The Money Show on ET Now. It's time for our Spend with TMS segment where we tell you how you can spend your money in the right manner, what's actually worth the buck and what you can actually skip spending your money on. Sustainable fashion, this is the buzzword, especially in light of the sort of environmental damage we humans have inflicted that's actually coming to light, leading to significant momentum and, well, climate change that's happening at a very fast pace and in a very erratic manner. But of course, the question is, for us individuals literally living maybe salary to salary, is sustainable fashion sustainable on your wallet? And also, is it sustainable to actually keep up with sustainable fashion? Could you actually be able to ensure that your shopping is sustainable for the long term as well, on a more permanent basis? Will you be able to afford that lifestyle? Can you afford such a lifestyle? I have with me Komal Goel, the co-founder of the Loom, who's essentially been talking about sustainable fashion. She in fact also has a website that sells garments made up of sustainable materials. So Komal, thank you so much for joining us on The Money Show. You know, I first want to start off by talking about the basic benefits of sustainable fashion. Why should today an individual go onto the Loom or to any of these other websites that sell something called a sustainable fashion?
The most significant benefit of sustainable clothing is that it helps planet in a way that it saves a lot of natural resources and it minimizes the use of water, and also it reduces the amount of waste that is produced. Secondly, I would say that sustainable clothing also helps in generating employment, because the production of sustainable clothing is largely dependent on humans rather than machines. So in a way, it is generating employment as well. Further, a lot of women get jobs through the production of sustainable clothing. For example, chicken curry is a craft where a lot of women are involved. So that also empowers women in a way. And apart from the producer, the consumer is also getting benefits out of sustainable clothing, as the quality of clothing that they get is always better, and these kind of clothing last much longer than the machine made or mass produced goods.
Okay, the fact that it has so many benefits, it's not produced on a very mass scale, and anything that's produced on a small scale does tend to be a bit more expensive. So is that the case with sustainable fashion? Today, if I want to buy, let's say, a kurta made and that actually has all these tick marks like you mentioned, it is made out of sustainable materials, has a very eco-friendly method of being manufactured, how expensive would it be versus a non-sustainable or a regular off the hanger sort of outfit?
The cost to produce a sustainable piece of clothing is way higher as compared to the other kind of clothings, because sustainable clothing is largely manufactured using it is manufactured through humans, and it is more dependent on human rather than machines. So whenever a production is dependent on humans and not robots, the cost increases. Also, the techniques that are used to manufacture sustainable clothes are expensive. For example, if you are extracting natural dyes from plants and if you are making chemical dyes in factories, the cost of manufacturing these natural dyes is way more expensive than the chemical dyes.
Now, many outfits, many organizations do claim that, look, we are offering you a garment that's made out of eco-friendly materials, uses eco-friendly methods and processes for manufacturing. But how can I, as an individual, as a lay person who perhaps even can't tell the difference between satin and silk, how can I ensure that it actually is a sustainable outfit? Is there some hallmarking? Is there some sort of an association that does that, certification for me?
So firstly, it is very important to understand what is an organic piece of clothing. A t-shirt might carry two types of tags. It can read organic cotton t-shirt, or the tag might say organic t-shirt. So these are two different things. If your t-shirt tag says organic cotton t-shirt, that means it is manufactured using organic cotton. But further, the process to convert organic cotton into a t-shirt may not be organic. For example, if you are using chemical dyes to give color to the t-shirt, the process no longer remains organic. So, an organic cotton t-shirt might not be organically produced. So, if the process from the start to the end is organic, then only the product can be called organic. So, there is no foolproof way to make sure that what you are wearing is organic or not.
Okay, the other question is that I've bought it and I'm happy with my garment. I've paid that little bit extra as well, to do my little bit for the environment. But now the post-care, are sustainably made garments more difficult and perhaps even more expensive to take care of?
I would say sustainably made garments are easier to take care of because the wear and tear is less and the quality is better. So when a garment's quality is better, it's easy to handle it.
Okay, so it's actually easier to take care of. So that's, I think, a big pro. One final sell then for our viewers. Why should one buy sustainable?
Undoubtedly, fashion is branded as the second most polluting industry in the world. The carbon footprint is really very high when it comes to producing fashionable clothes. At every stage, from pre-consumption to post-consumption, fashion is polluting the environment. So the major impact that you make by choosing sustainable clothing is saving your environment. So that is one of the main reasons that one should go for sustainable clothing. And again, as I said, sustainable clothes last longer and your skin feels better because you're wearing better clothing, you're wearing soft clothing, you're wearing organic clothing, they are free of chemical dyes, so obviously it's better for your skin.
Okay, excellent. Komal, it's a great thing that you're doing as well for the environment, doing your bit by giving customers as well an option that, look, you too can contribute to the environment, by buying sustainably and responsibly made garments. Of course, it's a choice you guys have to make. We've already given you the information, maybe a bit expensive, but mercifully, the post-wear care is not that much of a hassle. You guys can make a choice accordingly, and I hope this interview has helped you out. We will take a very short break. Do come right back.